All right, welcome back to another episode of the We Not I podcast. Today I'm proud to introduce Kevin Cooney to the show. Kevin, how you doing?
Woo! Thank you, dude. Thank you so much for having me on. This is fucking awesome.
Yeah, let's go, man. Your infectious positivity all around TikTok and Instagram. You're the human morning alarm clock.
Yes, it's a violent amount of glass half full, forever looking at life in like a very, positive manner. And then, just waking up, screaming at the top of my lungs, and repeat. That's pretty much how the day goes. So it's been fun, that's for sure.
Yeah, so you, to kind of catch up some of our listeners who may not be aware of your content, you pretty much go by this dangerously caffeinated, like, positivity. You're talking about doing, the Spartans out there getting in their leg workouts, the ladies, feeling good about themselves. It's just kind of an all around positive vibe, and that's kind of what drew me to your content.
Yep, 1000%. Yeah, it's funny. Those I used to give those like pep. So this whole like pep morning alarm started when I live in Boston now, right in the North End. But before that, I used to live in the small town, Wyndham, New Hampshire. And I give those same pump ups I give now, I would do like internally on my own. And it started where I was like sitting in the car, procrastinating on going into the gym, and I'm like slouched in my seat, like on my phone, and not even saying it out loud. Internally, I'd be like, "Oh, get out of this car, you bad you!" And I would go into the whole spiel.
So you started it just kind of giving it for yourself almost.
Yeah, I've like always I played football from 6 years old through college, and I like. Like voice in your own head, like I have that, and that voice is a very like positive, motivating, like go kind of voice. It's always in my head.
Yeah.
I basically like always have that main voice in my head. It always started for myself. I always did it at a young age, sports and stuff, and then later in life at the gym, and then that's where I was like, okay, this helps me get out. And like get after the day. Maybe I do record myself, actually saying what I say internally and externally put it out there on audio.
Yeah, man, it's awesome, and it comes across like authentic, and people are clearly drawn to it. I mean, you've got over 800,000 people following your content on TikTok, and even more on Instagram, and you're just, what's that experience been like for you to see how many people kind of react to all this?
It's been crazy. Like, that was one of my first original videos. So I've been on TikTok for probably 2 years now. And that was one of the first videos that like really went viral. And I was kind of stunned. I was like, really? Because when you boil down like what I say, it's never like, I'm no, like Tony Robbins or,
Right.
It's like the like goofy, like I'm incorporating like meats and cheeses into half of my like morning, you know what I mean? Like it's not like but somehow it's like a funny and it's how I honestly talk to myself too. Like I could never, I'm an extrovert but an extrovert in things I'm like comfortable in saying. Like I could never have my phone and then start, going in on like a, Tony Robbins-esque type of spiel. Like it's gotta be me. That's where I'm comfortable. So it's been like it's in the last couple of months. It's been very. We just went down to Miami, my girlfriend and I, and I'm like, oh, this is cool. Like just as like a little R&R vacation, and we're at the Fontainebleau, and we left and right people are
nice.
saying my love to me. I was because for me, I'm like a regular dude, normal guy. Like it happens in Boston. I'm like, oh, that's probably like, most of my followers are from Boston or around. And at the Fontainebleau, it's like a very nice place. People are like, cancel plans for charcuterie, bitch. And I'm like, what is happening? So that was the first time I was like, whoa. I was like, this is whatever this is has got some reach. So it's been fun, man. It's been a really cool ride.
Yeah, that's awesome. And you touched on something which pretty much draws into this mental health topic of like that self-talk that you give to yourself, and maybe that's why people are resonating with it. Because like, just for example, for me, I was pumped up. I was like, yeah, I get to talk to Kevin tonight, and I kind of had like a long day of staring at my computer, and it was really sunny outside, and I was like thinking to myself at 4 o'clock, I was like, what would Kevin do? Like, what would the Spartan in me do? So I went on a jog, ran some stairs, and just kind of got after it.
It's so funny you say that, because that if I didn't have that constant voice in my head, which is a very like, whatever that voice is a very every morning that voice starts off, and it's in my own. So it's like I talk to friends of mine. I'm like, do you have that? Like, do you have like if it's your conscious? I don't know what it is yet. Like, I'd love to get like hypnotized and see like what that thing actually is. But I talk to my friends, and I'm like, do you have like when you get up in the morning, someone in your brain say like, get out of bed, you huge bitch. Like, you guys have that? And so yeah, it's been weird, man. I've had it from like a young age. And it's like always pushed me to like go further. And then I started listening to this guy Jocko. Have you heard of the Jocko podcast before?
Yeah, Jocko Willman. Yeah.
That guy.
He's 4 a.m. 3 a.m.
Oh my God. Yeah. I remember it was probably my senior year in college. So I'm 26. So it was like 2017. I just catch wind of Jocko. And I remember that was the first time I like saw a face to whatever that voice is like inside my own head. I was like, they actually played it in a business class. It was the good video that's on YouTube. It's like a 2-minute video of Jocko just saying like good over and over.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, whoa, I was like, I've heard that voice. It was like, it was weird. It was like so it's that's what I now like chalk that voice up in my head as like a Jocko-esque, and that's what like keeps moving, keeps me going like nonstop.
Yeah, I definitely don't think everybody has that voice. And that was kind of one of my questions to you is like, are there days that go by and you're like, all right, you're starting to be known as this guy, and you kind of have that sense of like, that's somewhat your identity of like this positive creature, like, and you're doing these videos very regularly. Are there days that you wake up and you're just like, nah, I'm not feeling it? And like, if so, what gets you through?
There's some, there's some days where I'm like, it's funny, like on days where I don't post along, I'll do like a 2-try. So those morning alarms are a full out freestyle. Like there's no plan, I don't write anything down.
Yeah.
If I give them 2 goes, if I can't get it in 2 goes, normally it's on the first one. Like on most of the most viral ones, it's the first take, it clicks.
Love that.
On the days I had to do it 2 times, if I mess up, if I'm not doing a third. So there's days I won't post a morning alarm. There's some days that I'm not feeling it, but then I go back to Jocko in the mornings. Oh boy, you could have a little snap. You know what you're into?
Yeah, you're cutting in and out a little bit, but we'll push there.
I could toss on headphones. Think that might be better?
You just came back, actually. You're doing good.
Okay. Oh, yeah. I don't know if you hear it on your end. It's like a weird little staticky sound. Not sure if you have it on your end, too.
Yeah.
There we go. Now it's perfect.
All right, let's go.
And so I listen to this guy Jocko every morning, and anytime I'm not feeling it, he of course has guests that are like World War II vets, Vietnam vets from Afghanistan. So it's like any day I'm not feeling it, I always end up kind of flipping it, being like, oh, you could be in combat.
Yeah.
You could be World War II, rushing the beaches of Normandy right now. Like, life's not that bad. So it always like puts things in perspective for me. You know what I mean? That's how
Yeah.
So on those days where I'm really not feeling it, I will, no joke, I'll toss on Jocko in the morning, and I'll go for a run or I'll go work out. And then after that, those episodes can be like a couple hours. I'll only listen to like 20 minutes, maybe 40 minutes
Mm-hmm.
during my workout. But then after that, it's like, okay, how can you not have this positive perspective on life after listening to he had a survivor from the Holocaust on a couple episodes ago, and I was like, I will never complain ever again because it's not whatever.
Right.
My truck could explode, and as long as I'm okay and everyone around me is good, we're good. You know, we will take the bus.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, love that. It's all perspective,
Yeah.
right? That's interesting to hear. Like, here's all of us like looking at you as like this crazy positive guy, and then it's like, all right, on days that you're not feeling it, you're looking at Jocko, or there's always other people kind of within it that lift each other up in one way or another. Could be a podcast, could be whatever.
Right. I feel like everyone needs that, like that figure. You know what I mean? Whether it's a Jocko or whoever, individual. It's like everyone's got to look at.
Yeah, for sure. And you talked about like just gratitude and perspective, and just to kind of fill you in or give you some context into my story. And about a little over 10 years ago now, I smoked some synthetic marijuana and was hospitalized from it. And
no way,
dude, it was really bad. That was in 2011, and nobody really knew what was wrong or whatever. My buddies and I just bought it from a smoke shop, and I just had a really terrible effect to it, and pretty much just like a drug-induced psychosis that landed me in the mental health hospital. Yeah, it was nuts. But because of that, like just kind of a very long college career, just taking a bunch of time, seeing a lot of different doctors, a lot of different meds, and I'm almost, actually this month I'll be 4 months sober, or 4 years sober, and I've been off all my medications for a long time. Just really leaned into nutrition and exercise and food and community and stuff like that. So that's kind of the purpose of this podcast, is to share some of the things I went through, but then also to have people on to share things that work for them. So I didn't know if, basically what we're talking about is you and Connor Coyne are teaming up with Rev Cycling in Boston this Saturday for two cycling events, with teaming up with Movember to do some cycling events and donations for men's mental health. So wanted to just ask you, like, what was it that inspired you to do that? And you can go as deep into whatever you want, but I know mental health touches everyone. So
well, one, like, dude, that your that's amazing. Like that's what a talk about, like, an absolute roller coaster of things to happen. I feel like that's for you, man. That for getting out of that rut is like, I look up to you a lot just to get out of that dark place. Like, I think everyone has their own roller coaster of life, if you will. Like, you got your highs and your lows. And then it's all about, like, the perspective of how you look at where you're at, like, and so good for you, man. That's amazing.
Thank you.
And full charity ride. I probably get between TikTok and Instagram probably 100 DMs a day from dudes, for the most part, girls too. A dude once recently from I got a lot of vets coming home from Afghanistan who, like, just don't know what the next mission is and now have, like, insane depression and PTSD. I get a lot of, like, D1 athletes that were, their whole life dream was to make it to the NHL, the NBA, the NFL, and then they didn't. So now it's like, what do I do? They're working a regular 9-to-5 sales job, which blows if you're used to, like. So that's what really turned me on to, like, how important, like, mental health is. For me, I've always been uber positive. It's just like how I was parented. I had a old school Irish dad, like the enforcer, and then I had, like, the sweetest, she's an English teacher, of a mother. So I had that, like, nurture versus nature parenting. So it gave me, like, that perspective of you got that father figure who's there that's like I remember as a young kid, before, this is how, like, militant he was. Before bed, mandatory too, there's no options here, I'd have a deck of cards on my nightstand. I'm talking little kid, mushroom cut, like, head to toe in denim, little, like, like early 90s. I'm 5 years old and up, and he would flip over 4 playing cards, and whatever that totaled, I would have to do that night in dips on the side of the bed,
Wow.
push-ups, and crunches.
That's
So
awesome.
some nights it was like an ace, a 2, a 4, and it wasn't anything too. Some nights though, you get some of those heavier
King,
cards,
queen,
and it's
jack.
intense. And I did that every night. Like imagine like every night you brush, floss, and then your dad comes in and flips over those cards. That like installed this like militant mindset, being like, especially at that age, you're out playing all day, so, and to come home and have like the day's still not done. Like he was just such a go-getter.
That's awesome.
That's what like really installed me to like really squeeze out every drop of the day, even if it is, later at night. But that's what mentally helped me so much later in life. It was like today, for example, up at 5:15, workout. We did a couple podcasts this morning. I have a regular day job too, which I'm like merging out of right now because I'm trying to grow the coffee side of the business as well as the social side, like the content side. I flip furniture right later in the afternoon. So like that's a whole other side business. I was doing that this afternoon from like 3 to 4. And then jumping on this, like, and after this, I have another call. My business, like it's all day long, and having that like parenting that was like, we're going to squeeze the shit out of every drop of the day was huge. But no, what helped me with this, mental health men's ride was like really all those DMs I get. Like, I get so many freaking DMs from so many different walks of life from every corner. I got a ton of people in Australia, Europe, Canada, that are just going through like, I got, divorces I'm trying to handle on through Instagram DMs. I got he cheated, she cheated. I got, like I've got some screenshot too, just to save them for me. Like crazy ex-inmate ones who have murdered people and have now served their time. 30 years later, they're out. They're on social media. They see the videos, and I'm like, by no means doctor of any kind. I'm no psychiatrist. But that's what made me realize, like, whoa, like these videos can impact a large amount of people, and clearly there's a lot of people going through some real shit, like, so it's time to really give back and get involved higher than what my videos do on like a daily basis. So that's what this men's charity ride is all about.
That's amazing, man. All these people that are DMing, they're kind of just, is it the similar message of like your videos, keep doing these videos, they get me through the day kind of thing?
Yeah, so I get a lot of different ones, and they tell me the full story. I get sides, and they say these videos help out, and for me that's like means the world. It's like, because these are, and in my, if I don't get any feedback on the videos, in my own head I'm like, these are like a goofy way that pump me up in a funny, lighthearted. So to hear that they actually land on people in a much more deeper way, like I get like paragraphs and paragraphs in DMs of, and I'll stay up literally most nights till 12:31, making sure I read and reply to all of them. Just so I know it's impactful for them. So I'm like, okay, who am I to skip out on? I answer all my DMs, like especially on Instagram. If you DM me on Instagram, I'm getting back to you for sure. So, it's really cool hearing about their stories, and then hearing how these videos are much more than just what I thought was goofy little videos of me, kind of messing around on the internet.
Yeah, that's awesome to hear. I mean, it's probably really rewarding, and I applaud you for taking that extra time at night and realizing that your response goes a long way for all of them.
Yeah,
that's amazing, man.
Yeah, no, 100%. I love doing it.
Yeah, so let's talk a bit more about the ride, just for people in Boston that want to check it out. I think I'm going to release this on Thursday, so
perfect.
A couple late-minute people to come check out the event.
Yeah, it's this Saturday, February 5th. We're doing 2 back-to-back rides. We have a 1 p.m. and a 2 p.m.
I think I actually went over to Rev today to film some content, and they have some spots left. So there's 2 back-to-back classes. I'll be there. Connor's going to be there. We're going to set up a booth too of dangerously caffeinated coffee, and all the sales from that will go to the charity, to the mental health organization. So that'll be like, so really cool way to like, you know, exposure wise for everyone, but then also like really give back. And that was just set up today. Like we were talking a while ago, like, oh, we should do like a booth, sell coffee. And I was like, any of the sales we get should go to this organization. So yeah, it'll be a fun, fun setup, and just a cool way to kind of meet and greet people and get a little. It's really like in the social media world, almost like the more you are in person, the more real it gets. Like I feel like we're so distant on our phones, whereas you actually go meet some of these people to see the impact that your content has on them. Just resonates deeper than people sending videos or it's really cool to shake hands. Good story.
Yeah, totally. And Connor put out a couple of videos about mental health in like a really, just serious, authentic way over the summer, and that's why I had him on the podcast earlier too. It's awesome to see you guys teaming up, and people can donate too, right? So if you're unable to make the event, I'm down in Nashville. I would have loved to be there.
Yeah.
Meet up with you guys, but yeah, I'll put the link in the description and stuff for people too.
That would be huge. Yeah, I can send, if you needed to, let me know. I can send you all the details and the links and stuff. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, I'll help promote that as well.
Yeah, no, that would be huge, man. I know. I wish you could be up here. That'd be cool to meet you and stuff. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, my brother went to school in Babson, and my aunt lives in Brookline, so I'm in Boston quite a bit.
Nice. Hey, next time you're here, give me a ring. We're going out. So
go out or we'll get a workout in at 5 a.m. in the North End.
Done deal. Yes, I would love that.
Nice, man. Well, anything else you want to say on mental health or your journey or anything there?
Yeah, I mean it's something that I'm glad is now being talked more about. Like I feel like even like 6 months ago, I feel like it wasn't. I feel like it's such a movement now, and so many more people are speaking up. I think it's so important too to realize, like, especially when you're down and out, you're not alone, right? Like whatever you're going through, whether that's drug related, other substance related, breakup related, I feel like when you're really down and out, you feel so alone, like even just me myself, like through college, I say this story publicly, and so does she. I have an ex-girlfriend. It was like 4 exes ago. I was freshman year in college. I got her. I'm just out of high school. I'm playing football. I'm like, oh, this is amazing. Life is great. My dumbass knocks this girl up, and I find out she's 7 weeks pregnant, right? So I'm at a high. I'm like, ooh, I'm meeting new people in college. I got these really cool teammates from all over the world. Practice is insane, right? Like your 5 a.m. lifts. We were the last to get field time because all the other sports. So 7:30 at night practice. That runs till 9:30, 10. So it's like these insane schedules. And then I get a buzz saying we go. She's not feeling good. She's throwing up. Long story short, she's 7.5 weeks pregnant. And I remember at that time, especially in the environment I was in with sports, with football specifically, I'm like, oof, I can't even remotely pretend, let anyone see that I am not in it. You know what I mean? And at practice, I was getting lit up. Like you just feel different. Like the ball is snapped in practice. Everyone's going 100 miles an hour, and I'm like, because I'm not mentally on the field.
Right.
And I back then not being able to really like open the curtain and be like, hey man, I'm going through X, Y, and Z here. Like, and had that classic like man up line, was like is what I was telling myself too. Like not even from anyone else. It was like, oh, this is I was pretending like it was run of the mill, blah, blah, blah. And so now I'm like so happy that this is becoming like a movement. Everyone's going through or has gone through something crazy in life, whether they share it or not. So that's I'm so happy it's like in the forefront now of being like a real movement here, which has been awesome to see. And I feel like it's been in the last 6 months, maybe a year, right?
Yeah, like athletes, especially football players, like guys like Robin Lehner in the hockey world, and just
Right.
it's been awesome to see more athletes and Simone Biles and things like that that are happening and taking this more to the forefront. You mentioned like football and that mental space and how important that is. Like for me, when I play hockey, it's just like I have to focus on the puck, and like that's such my release. I can't think about work. I can't think about my family, my girlfriend, anything else. It's like I'm looking at that next pass, and like I love that about that. Is there anything that you have there, things that really help you get to that state?
That I was similar, man. For me, it was always football. It was really working out. Like football was great, but unlike hockey, like there's a lot of downtime in football, like between plays, where it's like But weightlifting helped a ton. And now, like post athletic career, I turn those same like mental guns and turn it all on business. Like that's that's how I started Dangerously Caffeinated Coffee. Like just getting, I get a ton of dudes who have been either cheated on or broken up with in one way or the other, and they're like just guys like not wanting to admit that's what triggered the whole Spartan morning alarms, like ton of Spartans like down and out, and that's my advice every time. I'm like, get unbelievably busy, because I've gone through several breakups where they rip your heart out and you're like you're so alone, so down the dumps. And that's when that's what started. I used to do a podcast called The Men's Room, right? That was just a way to like get my hands and mind moving. We're not thinking about a damn thing but what we're doing. And then once the Men's Room episode would be done, we're hitting the gym. And then after that, I started this whole couch flipping business where I'd literally search free on Facebook Marketplace and then go pick those items up and then resell them. I got get this. I graduated 2017. My girlfriend at the time broke up with me. I'm newly graduated, searching for that like real world job. I started this couch flipping business. I was in $60K of student loan debt in 2017. This is how real this flipping stuff is. I paid it off in 2 years, all by selling couches that I got for free on Facebook Marketplace. 60K. And when I tell you, I couldn't even remember my ex-girlfriend's name at the time. I was so busy with furniture like that. That's, for me at least, the only way to, and then when you do give yourself that break and you kind of come up for air, you're like, you're like healed. It's like all, time heals all wounds. You're like, whoa, you can skip the wound part and just focus on getting unbelievably busy and side hustles, things you love, weightlifting, running, really building something. And then you turn around and you look at like what you've actually built. So for me, it was like paying off those loans, like first thing which was awesome. And
that's incredible.
Yeah, that's I talk about it so much on like all the podcasts because it's like, it's such a practical way to make money. It doesn't even have to be, for me, it was always furniture. Like I now have a storage unit that I flood to this day. I do it just for fun. I flood that thing with furniture, but like baby products, toys do good. Strollers are a hot. There's so many freaking, because I always get like, oh, I don't have a truck. I don't have the space. Like even home decor. Like I'm looking at that basket behind you. That'll sell tonight, $40 Facebook Marketplace. Guaranteed. Like there's so much that can be flipped, that's not large and doesn't take up a lot of space, that it's such a practical way to make money.
Yeah, did Gary Vee turn you on to it?
Dude, I met that guy in a Milwaukee airport. I had a layover.
Nice. No way.
Yeah, it was. I put a picture of it. I'll have to send it to you. I put a picture on Instagram, and we're just in the Milwaukee airport's ridiculously small. It's got couple of hallways and then one big like food court. And I'm looking, I'm like, I know that guy. And he's consulting with this other guy, and he's full on in his face, like doing the whole he's got the mic, so I'm looking around for D-Rock, and
Right.
I was kind of doing laps, buzzing the area, and as soon as he, let go of that guy, I ran up to him, and I was like, dude, you changed my life. And he had his arms crossed. He's like, respect, man, respect. And then I was like, no, you don't understand, man. Like, I had 60K of loans,
Wow.
not good headspace. I paid them all off with the flip life, dude. And we just huge snap up, took the selfie, went our stuff. I was glowing. I was on that flight. You would have thought I was the pilot of that damn plane. I was pumped. I was freaking out.
That's awesome. Yeah, he's a genuine dude. I met him at a conference just quickly at a book signing, but he like I was just so like in the moment trying to shake his hand and get a selfie and stuff, and he just looked at my shirt and like the "Let's Chat About It" mental health on my shirt, and he goes, "Hey man, good luck with your venture." And for me, I was like, "Damn, bro, like, that's awesome."
Yep, I love that. Yeah, dude, he's such a real dude. That guy is freaking awesome. I love that guy.
Yeah. Well, sick, man. I have one more question for you, just because it was a big day. It was a big day for us Patriots Braves fans. Dude, it was rough, huh? I don't know how to feel. I'm still a little torn right now.
I heard rumors he's got a meeting. Is it tomorrow? It's sometime this week. I think it's tomorrow with at Gillette. So speculation, he might be like signing as a Patriot to retire as a Patriot and then give like a formal. But dude, I'm with you. That Instagram post, I was sliding through those slides and I was like, wow, that was so cold. Brady.
It hit me right in the morning. I was like about to get into a Zoom meeting and I looked down and I'm like reading stuff like Bruce Arians, like Bucks this. I was like, come on, man.
Tampa fans, freaking oh my god, that was he's been down there for 2 years.
I'd be like a nice girlfriend. I'm like, we've been with this guy for 20 years.
right. Gee, I saw that. I was devastated. I put up a video too on TikTok of like my reaction to that, just like the sound of it. Oh yeah, that one stung a bit.
Hopefully we'll get some closure there with a 1-day contract or something.
I know. I don't know. This is all rumors too. Like it's just what I've been hearing, and my friends texting me in the group chat and stuff. So who knows how real that is? But that would be epic if you retired with a Patriot.
Yeah, no doubt. I went out to the parade after they beat the Falcons in Boston. So my dad's from Lexington, so I've been a fan for a long time. And it's been quite the ride for us Pats fans.
Insane, dude. I think we're approaching a massive. Mac Jones though, pretty good, good as a rookie right now. So that could be interesting.
That's right, Pro Bowler.
Right.
Yeah. Well, thanks so much for coming on, dude. Everybody here in Boston, definitely check out the event, the cycling, and then Kevin, I don't know if you could maybe impromptu grace us with one of your thanks for listening to the We Not I podcast.
Prepare dazzled. Yes, I got you. Good morning, you bad, beautiful bitches. You're listening to the We Not I podcast, okay? More of a we thing, meaning you, I, the guy or lady or old man next to you. Podcast, all right? One world, we're all in this together. Good God. Quick weather check just for you. Oh, it's bitching. Clouds. Literally minimal sun. Literally Maximo. You can even gotta be a friend, tell a friend. Would you throw it up? Lock it down. You're listening to the We Not I podcast, baby. Woo!
Let's go.
Let's go.
Unreal, man. Thank you for doing that.
100%.
Everybody check out Kevin on Instagram and TikTok. That's at Kevin Cooney with 2 O's and 2 Y's.
Yeah. Awesome. Kevin, thank you so much, man. You are the best.
For sure, dude. I'll hit you up next time I'm in Boston.
Yeah, please do. Please do. We got to link up, man, for sure.
Yeah.